The race for mayor in Baxter Springs is heating up as both candidates share their vision for the future. I'm Blake Gully and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, 2 universities team up to streamline the path to a law degree for students in Joplin. And some volunteers in Joplin attend a different kind of Sunday morning service.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Election day is fast approaching. In Baxter Springs, voters will decide between 2 familiar faces, a mayor focused on stability and a challenger calling for change. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Blake Gully caught up with the candidates.
The clock is ticking in Baxter Springs with only days remaining before voters pick their next leader. Current Mayor Kelly Abbott wants to keep the momentum going, while former City Council member Casey Shaw says it's time for a new direction.
If you want to see Baxter continue to grow and to continue to be a great place to live, why you want to keep it great, I'm probably your candidate. If you want to see it remain drama-free.
I can make a difference. I have the best interest of the community at my heart, and I've always been passionate for this community and hope that I can bring together some great things for the future of Baxter Springs.
For voters, it isn't just about who's in charge, it's about direction, with both candidates saying they have a plan to shape the future of Baxter Springs, but have differences on their approach.
We always look at a 5-year plan or a 3-year plan or an immediate plan, and we try to execute those the best we can. In the future, with the fire station finished up, a couple other projects finished up, now we're looking at water infrastructure.
I think we need to have some procedures in place for fair hiring and processes that are followed by every department. Continue to pursue the grants that Mrs. Hill has been gracious enough to find and enact for the betterment of our infrastructure and our fire department.
Voters will decide which vision leads the way forward. Reporting in Baxter Springs, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Voters do head to the polls on November 4th. You can hear more from both candidates, including their full uncut interviews on our website, koamnewsnow.com/elections. Beautiful day out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, really, all week long it's turned out to be a very nice fall-like weather across the region, pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. But now the rain is going to return. We haven't had showers or thunderstorms since this past weekend, so a good little break. But look at the clouds increasing. You got some severe weather increasing southwestern parts of Oklahoma. If you're going to be out and about this evening, it's fine. No worries. After midnight, we start to get some light and moderate showers. There could be a clap or 2 of thunder, but overall, these are going to be light. These are going to be scattered. Here's 8:30 in the morning, a little more persistent late morning into the early afternoon, and then by the time we get to football time, we may actually get a little bit of a break where we just back down to drizzle. But all day long, the rain's going to be fairly light and scattered, but it picks up after tomorrow. We're going to talk about it here in a bit.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. Pre-law students at Missouri Southern State University are now able to get a jump start on law school. That's thanks to a collaborative program between the university and the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Students can complete their undergraduate requirements plus 1 year of law school credits at MSSU before finishing up their law degree at UMKC.
Especially important in Missouri for our public institutions to work together. Because 99 times out of 100, we're not competing with each other. We're here to make sure that folks looking for higher education here in the state of Missouri have incredible opportunities.
According to an MSSU press release, candidates are expected to have at least a 3.3 GPA and an LSAT score at or above the 50th percentile of the most recent UMKC law class. That said, students who do not meet that criteria might still be considered. Community members gathered at the Crawford County Health Department to raise awareness for National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week. The event offered free test kits for water, paint, and soil. The department hopes to lower childhood blood lead levels in southeast Kansas, which are nearly double the state average. Organizers hope to make this an annual event, spreading awareness and keeping local families safe year-round. Every Sunday morning, a group of people gather. They gather in Joplin to pick up trash. 80% is the amount of trash that they want to pick up whenever they go out to a section of the city. The idea is that if every time they go out, they pick up 80% of the trash, well, then eventually it will be completely clean. Volunteers will walk down one side of the street and then cross over to the other side.
So I can get the community aspect. There's usually, someone trying to feed someone. You get the same kind of aspect. A lot of times they'll help out the homeless along with picking up trash. It's also a really good way to get out and move around, which I think people need to do more.
The group meets every Sunday at 1208 South Main to collect supplies before heading out. We're going to have a lot more on this story for you tonight on KOAM News at 10. The Gorillas hope to tie up a title this weekend as Pitt State hosts the MIAA Cross Country Championships. Sports Director Ryan Blank has a preview coming up. But up first, this is Isla, a 2-year-old full of joy with a smile that hides the spirit of a warrior. She's the special guest at this year's 4-State Heart Walk. Her story is up next. 2-year-old Isla grins with joy today, but her smile masks an extraordinary medical battle that began when she was just 4 months old. She's going to be a special guest at this year's 4-State's Heart Walk that's coming up this weekend. KOAM's Chris Warner introduces us to Isla.
Quick with a smile and eyes full of joy, no one would imagine the difficult journey little 2-year-old Isla has traveled.
We were told that she likely would not live to see one. We were told that we likely would not ever be able to leave the hospital with our daughter.
At 4 months, Isla was diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Alcapa is a congenital heart defect that disrupts the flow of blood to the heart, putting infants at risk of heart failure or sudden death.
She was a seemingly normal, healthy baby, and it was by just gut instinct that I just knew that there was something not right.
Lisa's motherly instincts were right. Isla didn't like being on her stomach and slept a lot. Lisa said doctors initially dismissed the symptoms as normal for a newborn. They were not, and an RSV diagnosis revealed much more.
If I had not been the parent that questioned everything and went back and asked until it made sense to me, Isla wouldn't be here today.
Following the surgery to move her coronary artery, doctors recommended a heart transplant. Due to potential complications, her parents decided to forego the additional surgery.
And just put all of the faith in God, really, to heal her. Let Isla do her thing since she had the corrective surgery, and then see where it led us, and it led us here.
It worked, and Isla celebrated her 2nd birthday earlier this month with some of her favorite animals. She's not just living, she's thriving.
Where everybody told us that there was no path for Isla, she made her own path, and she didn't let anything or anybody hold her back, and she defied every obstacle, everything that she was supposed to, that they told us was going to happen, did not happen, and we are very proud of her, and she's very strong, very strong girl.
Isla will be a special guest at this year's 4-States Heart Walk for the American Heart Association, sharing her smile and continuing to beat all odds while inspiring others.
In a lot of cases with Alcapa, 90% of the babies don't see their first birthday. So it's very important to us to get the word out and save other babies like Isla, who is not just another statistic. She's a happy, healthy baby now. So.
A gift of life, thanks in part to the resilience of a precious and determined little girl.
Beautiful child, beautiful story. Of course, everyone is invited out to the 2025 4-States Heart Walk. It takes place this Saturday at Joplin's Cunningham Park. The event begins at 9 a.m. The walk begins at 10. Hope to see you there. A little bit later, a filmmaker shines a spotlight on artists in southeast Kansas.
And we have a storm system rolling in with rain increasing. Those details coming up. Well, it turned out to be a great day for us today. A fantastic Thursday across the region. But we do have our next storm system, which is going to start to roll in as we go, let's say after midnight for us tonight. Mid and upper level clouds starting to get going. You can see these across southeast Kansas, Oklahoma, pushing into southwest Missouri. That guy is our next storm system, slow mover, which is heading toward us. If you are going to be out over the next few hours, it's fine. Things will start to get going after that point in time. Some thunderstorms across central Oklahoma and a little bit of severe weather tonight, mainly Oklahoma City and south. Not for us. We are looking at scattered showers getting in here late evening, after midnight, hit miss, overall fairly light, maybe one clap of thunder, not a big deal. All right, here's 4:30 in the morning. Scattered showers continuing into southeast Kansas and a little more solidified, especially mid-morning. Batch rolls through. I don't think super heavy rain, quarter, maybe half an inch in spots. And then we see a little bit of a lull as we get into the mid-afternoon, evening hours, which may be good for high school football for the games that are still going on tomorrow night. All right, let's continue. Friday night, overall quiet, just light showers scattered about. I do think Saturday morning into the early afternoon, we get a very prolonged big batch of rain, widespread, that pushes through. This is where majority of our accumulation, rainfall accumulation, will occur from, is these showers that are going to be pushing through and some thunder showers. This batch is going to rotate through, and then we kind of transition over to drizzle and light scattered showers as we go through Saturday night and then all the way into Sunday. So this is a prolonged event that sticks around for the next several days. How much rain are we talking? Like I said, about a quarter, maybe half an inch in spots on Friday. But if we look at the storm total, we're looking at a lot of areas, probably an inch to an inch and a half. There could be some isolated heavier amounts, but I think most of us are going to be near that inch mark. Look at our rain chances. They shoot up after midnight, kind of peak midday, go down a little bit, peak again as we go through Saturday morning, and then we'll start to taper off across the region. 54 in the morning, 55 by noon. Yeah, it's going to be cold, 60 for a high. So kind of breezy, showery, dreary across the region. For State, Friday night high school football, dodging light showers. It doesn't look like it's going to be heavy, but they are going to be out there. 58 at kickoff, 56 by the time we get to the fourth quarter. Great shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam. We are looking northeast right on through downtown. Through the evening, 61 by 8, 59 by 10, 58 by midnight. But still, it's very comfortable at 66 in Stockton, 69 in Grove, 70 in Nowata. We have 68 in Neodesha, and you can see this system. The reason why it's so slow is because the jet stream's way up here, so it just slowly works through as we go through the next couple days. All right, 60 tomorrow, 61 Saturday. Let's go 65 on Sunday, 67 by Tuesday. A high of only 58 next Wednesday.
There'll be a definite chill in the air.
Feels like fall.
You bet. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Missouri Southern's coming off their first MIAA win of this season. We're going to hear from the team as they get ready for this Saturday. And it's a big week for the Pitt State cross country team as they host the MIAA championships on Saturday. Those details and more coming up in sports.
It is championship season with fall sports playoffs underway across the 4 states, including cross country. And this weekend is a big one for Pitt State cross country. For the first time in over a decade, the Gorillas are hosting the MIAA cross country championships. The PSU women's squad enters the weekend as 3-time reigning champions and have won the league title 6 times in the last 7 years. The Gorillas men's squad, they're looking for their second conference title in 3 years. Entering the biggest race of the season on Saturday, Pitt State is excited to host and have the community support in person.
This has been a big target for a long time, hosting the MIAA championships this fall. The last time we did that was in the fall of 2013. I was actually an athlete at a different conference school at the time. So to be in different shoes when we're hosting that here at Pitt State is really exciting.
It's super special. I mean, we always host, I've been here, we've done indoor track, even nationals and hosting those meets, but we haven't done a cross country one, and cross country is a really fun, special sport, and I'm just really excited to get out there.
I'm really excited about us hosting this year. There's definitely a lot of support that comes from just being at home, whether that be from family or friends. And I mean, we all know what the Pittsburgh community is like, and so I think it's going to be electric.
The championships kick off on Saturday from Four Oaks Golf Course. The women's race will begin at 10 a.m., followed by the men at 11. The Lions of Missouri Southern are roaring after their first MIAA win of the season last week over Nebraska Kearney. And as they enter Saturday's matchup against Missouri Western, the Lions look to continue their strong stretch defensively. Over their last 3 games, the MSSU defense has stepped up, forcing 8 turnovers. In their win over the Lopers, the Lions forced 4 of those takeaways, including a pick 6 from R.J. Hill. And as Southern prepares for the Griffins, they expect their defensive unit to continue to build off their recent success.
They're starting to get a little more confident, not necessarily just in themselves, but in the group. They're becoming a more confident group with each other and what their role is and how their role makes the whole thing go. They kept learning how to play their position, how to play this defense, how to communicate with each other. Now they got to continue to take those steps and continue. I mean, Saturday wasn't perfect, but there was a lot of really good things on the field.
Everybody, I feel like we got better with letting people talk to us. Because, you know, in the moment, when your teammates say something, it's easier to get off track. But really, we buying in. And just like my freshman, one of my 18-year-old freshmen kept coming to me, RJ, what you need to lock in. You need to do this play right. And I'm able to be like, you right. It don't matter about the age. I'm able to say, you right. I need to listen. And you can always learn from anybody.
It's homecoming on Saturday in Joplin with the Lions taking on the Griffins. Kickoff at 2 p.m. from Fred G. Hughes Stadium. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
We are proud to salute Harlan Bunn.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to have a lot more from Joplin, where 2 universities have teamed up to provide a smoother pathway to a law degree. Plus, also have more from that group of volunteers cleaning up Joplin in tonight's Doing Good segment. And the Pittsburgh Family YMCA hosts a spooky fun fundraiser to benefit SEK Cap Transportation. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Columbus, Kansas woman is the brains behind a documentary highlighting local art. The documentary focuses on a gallery in Columbus featuring local artists, with the art being shown to the public during Columbus Days. Hope you'll join us Sunday night on KOAM News. We're going to have a lot more for you on this very interesting and fun story.
Very cool.
The weather beautiful today and this week. Really.
It really has been. It's going to start raining across the region, especially after midnight tonight. It's going to be light. It's going to be scattered, mainly light tomorrow, but dreary next few days. But we need the rain.
Yes, we prefer not to have too much rain on tomorrow night's high school football games. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.